Shelly here. Let's talk about the classic Pampered Chef tools that we are so well known for. And if these are new to you, I can't wait to show them to you. And these all belong in every single kitchen. So whether it's for you or someone that you love, let me introduce you to these. So I have 6 here. Let's talk about the can opener first. It leaves everything dull, and this does not get gunked up. So what happens is you literally butt it up against the side of the can and you start turning. So I can't really do this easily. You just put it up against the side, you start turning. When you feel it get easy, you go backwards and it basically pushes you off. And here's what happens is you get to, put the lid back on, but the lid has no sharp edges anywhere. There's no sharp edge here. The can is not sharp, and you can put the lid back on like that. So that is the smooth edge can opener. The second one is the garlic press. This is a Cadillac. It's so popular. And it has a little cleaning tool that just lives inside here in the handle. There's a little ridge thing that it just presses onto and it stays there. But the cool thing is you don't have to peel the clove with this press, and it will last you years and years. And you'll love using garlic. So fresh garlic is so much better than using jarred or dried. So sometimes I say we can't be friends if you don't use fresh garlic. I'm just kidding, but it's that much better. So if you aren't in the habit of it, get the garlic press and you will find yourself loving the flavor that you're getting. So what you do is you put the whole clove in. So it's usually a little shape like this, like a little boat. So you hold it by the tip and you just lay it in on its side, and then you give it a press. Now, this is not a great example for you to see because you can see that the skin is already a little bit crispy, dry, and it's actually off on one side. So, but I'm gonna show you nonetheless. You just put it in there, give it a squish. You have to aim because it completely pulverizes all of that. And then what you do is you use the little handle part. So it's like a doll's brush. So you use the little flat handle to scrape this off, just like that. And you get all of that yummy meat out of your garlic. And then when you open it, you can see that it bursts the skin just like that. It's just paper thin and it has pressed all the meat out. And so what you do is you just knock it off. There's really, in this one, hardly anything to clean. If anything is stuck, then you can use the cleaning tool to push it out the other way. Sometimes the little woody end gets stuck in there, but you can see what that's like. So you don't waste anything. There's actually a little gap built into the press that is just room for the skin so that you don't lose any meat. All right, let's move on to the mix and chop. This one is so popular and it's fabulous for breaking up hamburger. Usually it's ground meat that people use it for. It's got a nice spot for your thumb. It's beveled on the edge down here. I don't know if you can see that. So that it just goes down in, breaks it apart. And because these are all so nicely made, as you just give it a twist, it just breaks everything up into crumbles. It's fast, easy, goes in the dishwasher. We never have returns on it. It's inexpensive. It's a great gift. Yeah, all right. I could go on and on. This one is called the mini serving spatula. You can see it's offset, it's stainless. Many years ago, we've had this one for as long as I've been a consultant, and that's over 20 years. And quite a long time ago, we restyled the handle and made it out of a newer material because way back 20 years ago, sometimes the handle with time would separate, it would crack. But now, so if you've ever seen one of those, I have customers that have it all taped up, what have you, just get a new one. And it doesn't do that. It hasn't done that for years. And so here's why it's great, is because it's narrow, so you can get the first brownie out of the pan and it still looks like a brownie instead of a pile of chocolate. So you go down like this, and because it's offset like this, it's just easier to get in and underneath it. Okay, that's the mini serving spatula. Sometimes we call it the diet brownie because you don't eat that first piece that broke apart. And then here's the crinkle cutter. Now it is a knife that is wonderful for children to start to learn how to prep in the kitchen because their hands are over top of it and they can put their weight on it. I use it for cheeses and vegetables and butter. So it has a guard, it's a crinkly knife. Oh, and I use it for roasted potatoes as well when I chop them up. So you can rock like this, or you can just chop down like that. But let me show you, this is just kind of a thing that I do. When I get a new pound of butter, I open it up and I cut it in half, so then they're 1 cup portions. It doesn't stick to butter. Then you cut it in half again, and now you have half cup portions, and they're all set and ready to put out. Oh, that doesn't look so perfect. For a serving, on a serving plate for your butter, or if you're baking, they're already in half cup measures. So then you can store them back in the fridge just like that. And it's just so much easier. So whether it's turnips, because you can get over top of it, this is just a handy tool you're gonna use a lot. All right, and then the last one is our stone bar pan. It's famous, and we restyled it a few years ago so that the handles, it looks like this, basically. The newest one has this pattern on the back. Now this one is well loved in my kitchen, so you can see that it is in the process of seasoning. So it's made of clay, 100% clay. Clay is a natural insulator, not a heat conductor. That means it's going to be the last thing to heat up in your oven, which allows your food, if you're doing things that want to be tender or protected, this is your thing. Now, if you want to preheat it, the new Fusion with this pattern, Fusion Stone Bar Pan that came out in 2020, this one can be preheated in the oven to 500 degrees, and it can go in the dishwasher. So it is a use it every day for every meal, whether you lay your bacon on it, your sausages for the morning, whether you cook eggs on it, whether you do hash browns on it, casseroles, whether you use it for cookies, whether you use it for pizza, whether you use it for pork chops, you roasted vegetables, everything and anything. It's a beautiful surface. It's the most natural surface that you can actually bake on. It's very protective. It acts like a brick oven in your own conventional oven, giving you superior results every single time. If you classically burn your cookies, you're gonna love stoneware because it's never gonna do that on you. Thanks for watching.